Imagine waking up in a cold, dark room with 50 strangers. You are standing on a glowing red circle, and you quickly realize one thing. If you move, you die. No one knows how they got here, and no one knows who is in charge. But as the group looks around in a panic, a young woman tries to run for the exit. Crack! A bolt of green lightning shoots from a machine in the center and kills her instantly. This isn't a dream. It's a game where the only prize is staying alive for 2 more minutes. The group is frozen in terror. They realize that touching anyone else or leaving their circle means instant death. But then, a man in a hat notices a green arrow appearing on the floor near his feet. He realizes he can move it with his hand. He points it at the person next to him, and a light appears under them. He looks at the group with a pale face and says, "We aren't just prisoners. We are the ones choosing who dies." Every 2 minutes, the machine beeps, and whoever has the most votes is erased from existence. The machine starts a countdown. The sound is like a heartbeat echoing through the room. The group realizes that if they don't vote, the machine might kill all of them. In a moment of pure panic, they start looking for a reason to kill someone. They see an old man in the corner. He looks weak. He looks like he's lived a long life. Someone shouts, "Vote for the old man." He begs them to stop, crying about his family, but in this room, mercy is a luxury no one can afford. The timer hits 0. The lightning flashes again, and the old man's body is dragged away into the darkness. The survivors are shaking, realizing they just became murderers. That's when a young man in a blue hoodie speaks up. He has a cold look in his eyes. He tells the group that they need to stay organized. He suggests they kill all the elderly people first to buy themselves more time. It's a disgusting plan, but everyone is too scared to say no. The rule of the mob has begun, and the circle is about to get much smaller. With the elderly gone, the room turns into a cold, logical courtroom. A man in a blue hoodie stands tall and suggests they judge people by their worth to the world. He points at a doctor. Everyone agrees he should live. A new target is found. A man stands in the back, trembling and shouting in a language no one understands. A woman tries to protect him, but a man in a red tie cuts her off. He asks the group, "Why should we let a stranger take a spot from one of our own?" It's a moment of pure, raw prejudice. Even though the man has done nothing wrong, the mob decides his life is worth less because he is different. The voting light turns green, and the man vanishes in a flash of light. The darkness of the room is nothing compared to the darkness in the survivors' hearts. A police officer recognizes a man in the front row and screams that he's a violent criminal. The man begs for a second chance, but the group is hungry for a villain. They don't want to feel like murderers, so they convince themselves they are cleaning the world. They use his past to justify their vote, and the machine does the rest. But as the smoke clears, the group realizes they aren't heroes. They are just the next people in line. The heroes stand. While the group is busy picking their next victim, a man named Eric finally has enough. He points to a 10-year-old girl and a pregnant woman who have been hiding in the shadows. He tells the room, "If we are willing to kill a child just to live 5 more minutes, then we are already dead." This one sentence splits the room in half. It's no longer about age or jobs. It's a war between the people who want to be survivors and the people who want to be human. The countdown begins, and the next choice will change everything. Just as the group is looking for their next victim, a man and a woman standing side by side make a desperate plea. They claim they are a married couple with 2 young children waiting for them at home. They beg the group to save at least one of them so their kids won't become orphans. It is a heartbreaking story that stops the voting instantly. For a moment, it feels like the room has found its heart again. But in a game of survival, sympathy is often a trap. While the crowd is moved by their tears, a woman in the back starts to notice something strange. She points out that the couple isn't wearing wedding rings. She notices they don't even look at each other like they are in love. They look like business partners. She starts asking them basic questions. "What's your anniversary? What are your kids' names?" The man and woman start to stumble. Their stories don't match. The room goes from silent to suspicious in a heartbeat. The tension reaches a boiling point when someone shouts, "If you're really a family, tell us his middle name." The woman freezes. Her face turns pale and she can't find the words. The truth comes crashing down. They are total strangers who met in the room and decided to lie to get pity votes. They were using the idea of innocent children just to save their own skins. The group is no longer sad. They are absolutely furious. They hate being played for fools. The blue hoodie guy, who hates liars more than anything, tells the group that these two cannot be trusted. He says if they lied about this, they will lie about everything. The arrows flip toward the man first. Zap. He is gone before he can even apologize. Then the machine turns on the woman. As she is erased from the circle, the survivors realize a terrifying truth. The person standing next to you might have a face you trust, but a heart you should fear. Trust is officially dead. The room is almost empty. The floor is covered in the shadows of those who didn't make it. Only 5 people remain. Eric, a quiet man, a soldier, a young girl, and a pregnant woman. The silence is heavy. A man in the back suggests they kill the child next, saying she has no future anyway. But Eric refuses. He steps forward and says, "If we kill the most innocent among us, then the monsters have already won." For the first time, the group chooses mercy. They vote for the man who suggested killing the girl. Zap. The bully is gone. Now it's down to 4. Eric looks at the soldier, a man who has seen death before. The soldier realizes that for the child and the pregnant woman to live, the men must die. In a moment that brings tears to your eyes, the soldier sighs and says, "I've lived enough." He doesn't wait for a vote. He calmly steps off his red circle. The siren wails, the lightning strikes, and the soldier sacrifices himself so the others can have a chance. It is the most heroic act the circle has ever seen. Only Eric, the pregnant woman, and the little girl are left. The room turns a deep, bloody red. Eric looks at them and promises to be the last one to die. He tells the woman to protect her child and tells the girl to stay strong. He asks them both to vote for him when the timer hits 0. The viewers are probably thinking Eric is a saint, the one good man in a world of killers. But as the clock ticks down, Eric's eyes stop crying. They start calculating. As the final seconds beep, Eric realizes a hidden rule of the game. He realizes that the pregnant woman's baby counts as a person to the machine. If she lives, the game won't end. He knows that to truly win, he has to be the only one left standing. The hero mask begins to slip. He realizes that being a savior won't get him home. Only being a monster will. The countdown hits 5, 4, 3, and Eric prepares to do the unthinkable. The final timer hits 0. The little girl and the pregnant woman do exactly what they promised. They vote for Eric. They are ready to die so this hero can live. But Eric was playing a different game. At the very last millisecond, he moves his hand and votes for the pregnant woman instead. Zap. She is killed instantly. The man who lectured everyone about humanity just committed the most cold-blooded betrayal of the night. He didn't just kill a woman, he killed the only person who truly trusted him. Now it's just Eric and the little girl. The child is shaking, looking at him with horror in her eyes. She realizes that the man she thought was her protector is actually a predator. Eric doesn't say a word. He doesn't look at her. He knows there can only be one winner. When the next timer starts, he doesn't hesitate for a single second. He points his arrow at the child and clicks. The lightning flashes, the girl is gone, and Eric stands alone in the center of the glowing red room. He has won, but at what cost? But the machine doesn't stop. It begins to beep again. Eric is confused. He is the only one left. That's when he realizes the terrifying logic of the machine. It is scanning the body of the pregnant woman on the floor. It detects the unborn baby as a 51st player. To end the game and go home, Eric has to cast one final vote to eliminate the life that hasn't even been born yet. He closes his eyes, clicks his hand, and the machine finally powers down. Eric has officially traded his soul for his life. The room disappears, and Eric wakes up in a sunny park. But the air feels wrong. He looks around and sees hundreds of other people waking up too. The winners from other circles. He looks up at the sky and sees thousands of massive alien ships hovering over the city like giant predators. This wasn't a test to find the best humans. It was a harvest to find the most ruthless ones. As Eric stands among the other murderers, he realizes he is exactly what the aliens were looking for. The world is over, and the monsters are the only ones left.